When was the last time you took yourself on a little money date? My name is Gaby Rincon. I'm a money coach and financial strategist. I specialize in working with the first-gen BIPOC community and empowering them to live money stress-free. Welcome back to our big October goal, our series for the month, which is Back to Budgeting Basics, where we're talking about the importance of a weekly money date. And maybe your money date will be more like bi-weekly, aligned to your pay period, or even monthly. But the point here is that we're actually engaging in this practice because it's part of our self-care. Okay, so what is a money date? Well, it's a time that you dedicate, maybe it's weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, in order to look at your finances. This is the time that you spend with yourself, or if you're married living with somebody, with your partner, engaging in your financial budget cycle. You'll engage in reviewing and adjusting, like how did the previous month go? How has this last week been? And then we're gonna project for the upcoming one. Again, engaging in this progress monitoring will make sure that we're on target to meet those goals, whether it's savings, paying off debt, etc. This will also give you the time to talk about or to think about some variability, like, okay, my friend's birthday is coming up, so might have a little cost there. Oh, I'm going on a trip, I'm gonna go visit my parents, whatever that might be. Because as we know, variability always comes up. So the more that we kind of engage, plan for that a little bit, the better it goes. So here's a couple tips to include this into your finance practice. Number one, let's use our words carefully. Let's choose them wisely. So when we come in with something of like optimism and excitement and maybe even some happiness and joy, we're more likely to find solutions for potential problems. We're more likely to be successful. We're more likely to look forward to things and just generally have an era of optimism around it. So calling this a money date will tend to kind of produce those sentiments. Remember that the words that we use tend to create our thoughts create our emotions create our actions repeated create our habits are just our behavior, and then boom, there you go, you're great at personal finance. Tip number two is have something associated with it that you look forward to, that just naturally is kind of fun and exciting for you. My wife and I will alternate between opening a bottle of wine and sharing it, kind of making a little date night out of it, or sometimes we'll go to our favorite coffee shop. And tip number three, this might seem a little bit weird, but have a dedicated amount of time so that you don't feel like it's gonna just seep into through the whole day, right? And have a clear agenda. So maybe number one, we're going to kind of look at what we did this last 2 weeks, add our totals. Number two, we're gonna project for the next 2 weeks, the next month. And number three, let's look at our bigger kind of goals. How are we doing with that? There is so much success to be had in terms of meeting your finance goals when you engage in this practice and you come at it with some optimism. So please let me know how it goes. And again, as always, for an in-depth look at your individual situation, some strategies that we can implement immediately to make sure that you're aligning to your goals and that you're maximizing your efforts, please book a consultation. I would love to work with you.